Very good evening, Tim. So today we are gonna go with a very important and very necessary topic for your moments that I think wherever you are working, so it will be useful as well as like while you are under any development or something, so it will be helpful for you to understand because no any company or organization do works with single person. Okay, definitely it will be requiring multiple person over onto your project. Okay, so everyone do requires the version control for that. Okay, so for version control I'll be completely demonstrating you about the Git and GitHub, and accordingly I'll try to show you the important aspects for Git and GitHub, and as well as I'll be sharing up with some of the links that you can refer it while you're working on to this tech. Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to this session on Git and GitHub. Today we are going to learn two of the most important tools used in the modern software development. Okay, whether you want to become a front-end developer or back-end developer or full-stack developer or data scientist, cybersecurity analyst, DevOps engineer, UI UX professionals, anyone, okay, who is working closely with the development teams or undertaking this Git and GitHub is extremely very much important. Okay, so almost every professional software development team uses some form of version control, and the Git is currently the most widely used version control. Okay, so during this whole session, we are gonna understand Git and GitHub from the ground up. Okay, we'll be covering the version control, what's that is, and why Git is needed, what Git actually does, and how Git is different from GitHub, and how to create a Git repository and how Git tracks the files. Okay, and the Git working directory, staging area, repository, and the Git commands that you'll be using that I'll be sharing it with the cheat sheet that you can use it according to the situation. So this particular tech do works according to the situation. Okay, so we can't fabricate each and every situations over here. So definitely if you face any type of situation according when you are developing any project or when you're working on your project or your company, so you will be it will be helpful for you. Okay, accordingly branching, merging, merge conflicts, and these all things we'll be discussing. Okay, so let me first share a screen. So over here the first screen is like about Git. So Git is all what? It's a version control. Why do we need it? So imagine we you are building an application. Okay, so on the first day you'll be creating a project and save it in a folder, let's say uh, robust application or something. Okay, application, and next day you'll make some changes and save a new file as application as new or final. Okay, then you will be making more changes and create one more folder and one more file as website or application final new one. Okay, like that. So it will be going on, and this may sound funny. Okay, but many of when it was not there, so many beginners to manage the projects exactly like this. Okay, so the problem become even more serious when multiple developers are working on the same project. Okay, so imagine a team of 5 developers are working. Developer 1 is working on login, developer 2 is working on to dashboard, developer 3 is working on to database, someone is working on payment page, someone is doing the fixing the bugs. So now the team needs to answer several important questions like what has been changed in the code, what exactly was changed, how and when was it changed, why it was being changed. So everything whenever you are going off with your thing. Okay. So what is Git is Git you need to download in your system. So for downloading, you can just go on to this install part, and over here Windows, Mac, Linux, all the three OS are there. Just need to download this setup and that's all install. While installing, you need to keep in mind on your second or third step, you will be finding square boxes that you need to check all of the square boxes, and rest all options just you need to do next, 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 next. That's all. Okay. So let's break down the definition in three parts. First, version means a version that represent a particular state of your project. Control means Git2 gives us control over the history and the evaluation of the project. And third is the distributed. Okay, this is one of the Git's most important characteristics. So in distributed version control system, so every developers can have a complete copy of that repository. Okay, including its history on their own computer. Okay, this means Git is not simply a backup tool. Git is not a Google Drive or something. It is not a Dropbox or something. Git is not a folder synchronization system also. Okay, Git is a system that's specifically designed to track the changes in files, particularly the source code. Okay, I hope you are getting the point in practical way. Perfect, thank you. So as Linux has created it, so two things are there. First is Git, and the second thing is GitHub. Okay, so Git and GitHub are two different things. Git is the version control system. GitHub is the online platform that hosts the Git repositories and provide collaboration feature. Okay, here is a simple analogy for that. Like think Git as a technology or engine. Okay, and think the GitHub as the online platform built around that technology. Okay, means like another analogy is Microsoft Word and Google Drive. Okay, so think of a document editing tool and a cloud collaboration platform are different things. Okay, similarly, Git2 handles the version control while GitHub provides the remote hosting and collaboration around the Git repositories. You can access your repository anywhere across the globe. Okay, that it hosts means how you are wasting your or hosting your website or applications like that. Okay, so now we'll be going ahead with the practical demonstration of like, yeah, how to go up with this, how to create repository, and after that, all these steps. So please keep it in mind. We'll be going up one by one. Okay. First, this is a very fresh account. Okay, like this, and this is the server window, so it might be differing on you. Okay. So there will be slight difference, or there might not be any difference. Okay. Just need to go here, repository, and create a new repository. Over here, you need to give your name. Let's say I'll be giving the repository name as demo. Okay. Over in the description, you need to write the team names and the project scope that you are developing like that. And accordingly, you need to make the thing, you need to decide like what to make. Like if it is public, then it will be visible to everyone who is visiting your profile. And if it is being searched over here, then also your repository might be visible. Okay, if someone is targeting. If you are making it as private, it will not be visible. It will only be visible to those whom you give the access to. Okay. Same like Instagram. Okay. So currently I'll be doing it as private and we'll be just creating a repository. Okay. This is the simplest step for creating a repository in GitHub. That's all. You have the commands that you'll be using. Okay. And accordingly, I'll be showing you like what exactly you need to do. Okay. Now I'll be sharing out this screen. And after that, we'll be going ahead with the next step, that is for creating out the code base. So while you are, let me share my screen first. Perfect. So my screen is shared. So now I'll be creating one folder as demo. Okay. This is the folder. Fine. Perfect. Now I'll be clicking on it and I'll be opening it with code. Okay, that's the VS Code. That's all. It's open. Now, what we have these all commands. Okay, so we'll be doing what? We'll be having these two things side by side first. Okay, so there's a complete new page, and here you can see no any version control system is being initialized, and now we'll be doing this operation. Before doing it, you have what we have done. We have just created one folder, and we have opened that folder in VS Code. Now, the first thing that we'll be creating is, let's say you are having some application that you will be creating over on React application. So you'll be installing React, and according to your requirement, you will be doing that. But for demonstration, I'm just creating one HTML file, say demo.html. Okay, this is the folder, and it's the boilerplate. That's all. And after that, always do the operation from the new terminal. Okay, all the commands will be going on terminal. So first command that is there is git init. So git init will do what? See over here, no any initialization is done over here. Do not use these all buttons. Okay, you will not be learning it properly. Always use the terminal. Okay, so simply write git init. That's all. It has initialized one, and it has also checked the changes. Like, yeah, this particular folder is having this thing. It had tracked everything. Okay, and after that, the second command is git add readme.md. In most of the cases, you might be working with some framework or something, so they will be providing out the readme file, so it is not required. So we'll be just be writing as git add and dot. That's all. Okay, git add and dot. That's all. So it will be added. It will be moving on to the staged area. There are two area, like first changes, then stage, then staging. Staging means it is just waiting for the remote location to share that particular update with GitHub. Okay, for any all the other cases for the trackings and all, Git to works in offline also, but for sharing that particular file over to GitHub, it needs internet. Okay, so the third step is the commit. So commit is the comment, okay, that you will be using to give the comment to like what exactly the update is, and accordingly you'll be clicking enter, and it is under the staging area now. Okay, now the second next one is you'll be defining the branch. By default, GitHub to gives one branch that is called main, and that only you are defining. That's it. And the main thing is the remote location, means where to push this particular update. Okay, and now over here it's done. And the last command, git push origin main, means you are asking Git to push that particular code or that particular update over onto the main branch. Okay, that's all. And accordingly, I'll be pasting over here. That's it. Now it will be asking for login because this is a complete new system. So here we need to go with login like this. And I'll be doing the sign in with code. Then the code will be coming. And we need to like same like this has came, and we need to go on to this particular link where we have the GitHub. Okay, here in this tab we have the GitHub logged in, so we need to go on to that link over here and just click on continue and match the codes which is mentioned over here. Okay, easy. That's it, and press continue and authorize the Git ecosystem. Now you can check over here, it will automatically be pushing the updates. See, all done, 100% done, and it is pushed. Now it is as deactivated. Okay, so it is pushed, and after that, if you go onto your repository, if you refresh it, you will be finding that file over here as 1 minute ago, one commit, first commit. So like this, you'll be committing for the first time. Okay, after that, the second thing, you need to go on to the settings and collaborate with your teams. Okay, so here is the collaborator option. You just click over on it and add people. Let's say you need to give their username or full name or email address, whatever you know and whatever your team member is sharing, so that you need to give, and accordingly it will be added. How? I'll be showing you. Let's say one person is there as let's say Rahul. Okay, there are multiple Rahul, so that's why we need to put some unique thing. Each and every username are unique. So let's say this is my team member. Let's just suppose I'll be just clicking on it and add Rahul. Okay. After that, Rahul will be getting one notification. This is the notification pane. There he or she need to accept that. And after accepting, they need to fork that repository. Forking means what? Creating a copy of that repository. Okay. Why? Because you can't directly commit onto the owner's repository, because each and every repositories are being owned by someone. Okay. Let's say if I go on to a repository like any open source like Android. So see over here, Android is there. So anyone, let's say this one, these are the open repository. Okay. If I want to contribute, I can't contribute onto this repository, this exact thing. If I download it from here and if I want to contribute, I can't. Why? Because this has been owned by HMK code. Okay. For any changes and for committing onto this, I need to do fork. If I click on fork, and just click onto this create fork, it will be creating a copy of that repository onto my repository for so that I can make some changes on it, or I can create a better version of it. Okay, this the thing. See over here, this particular is the original one, and we have forked from here, and this is the repository that I can go ahead with. So we need to download it by clicking on here, clicking onto this particular thing, and moving on over here, we'll be opening our git bash. Sorry, uh, just a second. Yeah, git bash over here. This is the git bash, and like this, it will be visible. Here we need to write git clone, and after that, right click and paste the link. It should be a background as white. If you click on it, it will be downloading over onto your local system. Okay, see, it has already downloaded, and I can see it is over here. Okay, see, so like this you can clone, and after that you just need to click on it and open with code. The code base will be opened, and like this, if you want to make any changes on it or anything like that, if you have any changes, currently it is not having any changes, so it will be not be giving. For any changes, you will be just like first you will be changing something. Let's say I write it as demo over here. Okay, so this has been changed, and now it will be tracking that thing and tracking under the changes as, yeah, we have changed in this. Now what we need to do, we need to just get add and dot, that's it. After that, git commit hyphen m and demo, let's say, let's suppose. Okay, and that's it, and git push. That's all. It will be pushed onto the main repository which we have cloned, or which we have just downloaded into the system. Over here, if you just reload it, you will be finding one commit over here. Okay, we have committed this branch is one commit ahead. Now the contribute option will be open, like open pull request. Like this, I'll be creating onto clicking onto open pull request, and I'll be writing out the description like what we have done, what is being changed, all of these things in a very detailed manner, and just create the pull request. Now it will be going on to the owner. Okay, whoever is the owner of this repository. Okay, and if they approve that, then only it will be merged onto the main code base. Okay, so now currently it will be on our repository page only. Okay, this will not be over there onto the owners and the production branch which the owner is owning. Okay, that's how you can do the contribution. Okay, you can explore more, and according to the pull request, actions, projects, wiki, and all those things. Okay, and accordingly you can move ahead with that. Okay, by this we move ahead with git. So this is the page. I'll be sharing out the link over with you for your reference. So for installation, this thing is there. The main thing, you need to go on to learn, and here you'll be having a section for video. So these four videos are consisting of very valuable knowledge for the Git and GitHub and its version control and how to get started with it. So I recommend you to watch these old videos, and after that you will be having this cheat sheet just over here only. Just click onto this PDF. It will be opening as a PDF over here. Let's see. And over all these situations that you may face over in Git and GitHub, that is mentioned over here. Like if you want to discard any changes, if you want to stage difference, like all stage and unstage changes, if you want to make the commits, what all commands that you will be using. So these all are the commands. So according to the situation, you can use the commands. Okay. You can also take a printout of it and keep it with you if you are actively using the Git. Okay. So that's all for the information, and accordingly, it will be helpful for you to go ahead with the project. Okay. So I'm sharing out the important links over in the chat section, and I request everyone to save that so that you will not be facing any difficulty after that. Okay. Perfect. So ideal way to start is like first create your GitHub account. Okay, if you don't have, and second, download the Git in your system, and third, create your repository over on your system with the help of Git, and and host it over in the GitHub. Okay, in GitHub create a new repository, and that you need to go up with the process that I have just shown. Okay, and accordingly the things will be done. Okay, collaboration process also we have seen, as well as how to connect or how to attach your team members over in any of the GitHub repository, that also we have gone with. Okay, so that's all about today's session, and thank you so much for joining this call.